Jarrett, help me learn more about the Ethiopian Bible as we discuss the facts we've researched. Here's something that might surprise you, Jerry. While most people think ancient religious texts were mainly preserved in Rome or Jerusalem, one of Christianity's oldest and most complete manuscript collections exists in Ethiopia, including books that were lost entirely everywhere else in the world.
That's fascinating, JW. You're talking about the Ethiopian Orthodox Church's collection, right? The one that goes back to the 4th century?
Exactly right, Jerry. And what makes this even more remarkable is that they've preserved around 81 books in their biblical canon compared to the 66 or 73 books found in most Western churches. These include ancient texts like the Book of Enoch that were thought to be lost to history.
So, JW, how did they manage to keep these texts intact when they disappeared everywhere else?
Well, JW, it's a perfect combination of geographical isolation and cultural preservation. Ethiopia's location in the Horn of Africa meant they were somewhat sheltered from the religious debates that shaped Western Christianity. Plus, they used this ancient language called Ge'ez. Think of it like their version of Latin, which helped preserve these texts in their original form.
You know what I find interesting? I've heard they have these special scribes who maintain these texts. How does that work?
Oh, yes, they're called Deptera, and they're not just copyists. These scholars follow incredibly detailed protocols for handling and copying texts, including specific prayers and rituals. Some manuscripts can only be touched by certain high-ranking clergy members, and they're stored in climate-controlled rooms with elaborate protective wrappings.
That's amazing. But how did Christianity even get to Ethiopia in the first place?
Well, that's quite a story. It involves two Syrian Christian brothers who were shipwrecked on the Red Sea coast in the 4th century. They ended up at the royal court in Axum, and one of them, Frumentius, later became Ethiopia's first bishop after traveling to Alexandria.
So, what happened after that? How did they build up such an impressive collection of texts?
Here's where it gets exciting. In the late 5th century, 9 monks from different parts of the Eastern Roman Empire arrived in Ethiopia. These 9 saints established monasteries that became centers of learning, translating countless religious texts into Ge'ez and creating a scholarly tradition that continues today.
And don't they have some unique connection to ancient Judaism too?
According to their national epic, the Kebra Nagast, Ethiopia's imperial dynasty was founded by Menelik I, supposedly the son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. This connection helps explain why they preserved so many ancient Jewish texts that were lost elsewhere.
That's fascinating. How are they dealing with preserving all this in the modern world?
You know, they're embracing technology in really innovative ways. They're using advanced imaging techniques and digitization while still maintaining traditional preservation methods. Some monasteries even combine modern security systems with ancient ritualistic protection practices.
So, what does this mean for our understanding of early Christianity?
Well, the implications are huge. Every time researchers study these manuscripts, they discover new perspectives on early Christian and Jewish traditions. And here's what's exciting. Experts estimate there are still thousands of unstudied manuscripts in remote Ethiopian monasteries.
Like a treasure trove of ancient knowledge just waiting to be discovered?
Exactly. And it's not just religious texts. These manuscripts contain historical chronicles, medical treatises, astronomical observations, and philosophical works. They're a comprehensive library of medieval Ethiopian knowledge and culture.
That puts it in perspective. We're talking about preserving an entire worldview, aren't we, JW?
That's right, JW. And that's what makes this tradition so remarkable. It's a living link to the ancient world that continues to reveal new insights into our shared religious and cultural heritage. And who knows, the next significant discovery about early Christianity might be sitting in a remote Ethiopian monastery right now, just waiting to be found,